sun peeks through the haze. Birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. Front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Loose print smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive. Big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road. America's awakened to lighten her load. America's awakened to lighten her load.
Hey, um, I'm having trouble hearing you.
No, that was me.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I I had the thing muted. I unclicked it and then I typed a message and I forgot to unclick it again. So
Oh,
sorry, I
no
was just
worries.
welcoming everybody. So
All
sorry.
right. No, I came in and I was like, God dang it, do I not have my volume on my computer turned up or what's going on?
No, you're good. We normally we would be going. Oh, and Georgie, you can come in here. I sent you the link. Um, she's messaging me right now. Same thing. I don't know if Coop is available, but yeah, we normally do on Sundays. We do a 10 o'clock show. We were doing it every other Sunday, but the last two Sundays we had back to back because we recorded one, and we were gonna go live today, but then TC, my co-host, he sent me a message and was like, "Hey, I can't make it. Something came up." I was like, "Don't worry. That's why we do two in a row." So I
Yeah.
was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go live, and I actually went live a little bit early because I got threatened today.
Oh my. How did that go down?
Well, it's actually another YouTuber. He's live right now. And for those watching, when he says uh, there's two people out there who think the sun shines out their ass, Uh, that's that YouTuber referring to me and Georgie. And
Wow.
he made a very pointed. He used to be a friend of the show, and what happened was he would come in here and start yelling at the chat, and privately people told him to stop, and he then started going on this tear about other people because people had talked about that specifically in private chat, and he did a live stream. I did send you the link. Sorry, Georgie is saying I didn't send her the link. Hold on here.
Uh-oh.
So there you go. And Coop has it as well if he wants to jump in. So what this individual did was he did a live stream attacking someone else, a guy who comes in the chat quite a bit named Max Lab. And he had done that, and I told him I thought it was stupid and unnecessary. And he then baited me into a Discord. He said, "Hey, I want to talk about something," and I said, "I'll come in there, but I don't want to talk about Max Lab. I don't want any part of that." And whenever people would bring stuff about him to me, I would say, I don't want any part of that." Oh, Georgie is here, and yeah, he said, "No, we're not going to discuss it." Well, I got into the Discord, and that was 100% of what, or about 80% of what he discussed. So I started removing myself from different chats and stuff, and he got mad. Yeah, and Max Live is here. He got mad, and for the last month, he's been threatening to put stuff up and, publish our DMs. And to that, I say, do it. There's a lot of people in the chat who are also in his show. He's live right now. Tell him Skipper says, post everything,
No,
expose
he's not.
me.
He
I don't care.
ended. He ended.
Oh, yeah.
That's why the timestamp was wrong. It ended as I was recording stuff.
I wouldn't be surprised if he deletes that because he does make threats. But to all the people in the chat, yeah, to me and you, to all the people in the chat, let him know.
See,
Because
I don't understand like that mindset. Like, no offense, chat, but unless you're like directly saying something about me, I don't even read what y'all are saying. Like, I guess because I've been on like TikTok for so long that
That
like
part.
for me, I tend to negate the chat because especially when you're in like a bigger live, those comments will be going so fast you couldn't read them even if you wanted to.
Right. I also come from TikTok.
I'm just
Yeah.
tired of the threats. He, just constantly, I'm going to expose you. Okay, well, expose me. I've been doing this for 4 years. I've been helping veterans, bringing them on, talking about their stuff. I started a nonprofit way before the what the hell story that we both. That's what brought us together. Way before that story ever got big. I've been helping veterans, and what happened last week is we're helping Yoda, who's in the chat, and Yoda just had his Uncle Frank, pass away. I told Yoda, you guys aren't asking for it, but I'm doing it. I'm doing a fundraiser for you because Uncle Frank used to take disabled children fishing, and whatever they want to do to honor Uncle Frank, I want to support. So we've already raised $500, and if someone can put that link in the chat, I would be so thankful.
That's amazing.
This other YouTuber who, and I'll say right now, Spawn Trooper, remember when I told you not to trust Tat? I told you not to trust DJ Radis. He likes drama. And what did he do? He started investigating Yoda and my fundraiser. And then when I called him out on it in private DM, that's not what we're doing. We're doing this. And I was like, you stop it. And then I confronted his investigator, who has broken laws. And I told her, stop your investigation. Well, next thing you know, Thursday night, there's this or Thursday or Wednesday night, I can't remember which, but there's a post accusing me and Georgie of sleeping together, which is hilarious.
That was actually a group message that he said that in. But yeah.
Are
Uh,
y'all even in the same state? Like, not to be rude, but like,
No,
is that even
he's on the
logistically
complete other
possible?
coast.
Yeah,
I'm in
okay.
No.
California,
That's
she's in Kentucky.
like not, I'm not trying to like pigeonhole anybody, but by your voice, it didn't sound very West Coast to me.
I'm in Tennessee.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Hey!
No, not like, I'm so sorry. No, I did not mean it in like a negative way. I just meant you don't sound like you're West Coast, which I believe Skipper has told me is where he is. So I was like, I don't see that working out, but okay.
Not to mention I'm married, so
Oh,
Yeah.
well, obviously. So yeah.
And previously, when people would make, because he's not the first to say that. Previously, I'd be like, "Oh no, we're a throuple. I'm the sub to both her and her husband." You know, just joking
That's
around
hot.
and making light
I'm
of it.
here for it.
my husband went along with it too. He was so for it.
It's
He was
okay.
like, give him something to talk about.
I have a throuple on TikTok. I'm Polly, but on TikTok.
Oh,
Hello, I
God.
am here to remind people that geckos are slowly becoming government robots.
Now, today, Slug, we're not derailing chat and we're not going to interrupt the women in the panel. Understood?
Women are not real, Georgie.
I just
They are
I just
not
want
real.
I need you to know that birds are AI, okay?
Thank you,
That's a real
Cass.
thing.
You fucking get it. The
You just-
women
And
are
in
learning.
Ohio,
I agree.
Ohio and South Dakota, not real states. They're all
Also,
AI.
just so y'all know, I am also live on my channel as well. That's why I don't have my camera on.
TC.
But I will say this: Georgie is only 4'5". That is such
I'm
a horrifying
4'11".
fact. That is such a horrifying fact of life that
When he
she is
says it.
so short. I don't get it. Why is she so small?
I'm 5'8",
Valor.
so
Well, Cass is normal.
You're a
height for
giant.
human.
I don't like being this tall. I was always the girl who wished she was like 5'2" or something.
Cass.
No, you
You are
don't. No, you
thinking
don't.
about it wrong. Get yourself a big man. Then you
Right?
can feel small.
I
Or
just
get
want to be
yourself
able to
a
wear I want to be able to wear heels and still look up at somebody.
yeah, there are men like that.
I can't even walk in
Or
heels, so
women.
there's that.
Or you can get a short king on stilts.
There
Like
you go.
we've seen Mike on stilts.
Leave Mike alone.
Yeah, we know
God
you
dang.
use his balls as a punching bag, Georgie. We all know.
Well,
I mean, don't
I've
kink
already
shame.
gotten threatened once today, so whatever.
Why are you
I-
kink shaming him? Why are you kink shaming my work husband?
Because you're 4'5".
I'll take it.
As you will, because you're a bottom.
God dang.
No,
There ain't nothing wrong with being a bottom. Leave it alone.
I know.
Thank
I
you.
know.
Thank you.
Doesn't mean I can't bully him.
That's fair too.
Exactly. And bottoms enjoy it. They're used to being moved around.
At least Mike gets more than his right and left hand.
Yeah, it's called
Where?
God, I'm still covered in like little burns from yesterday.
What
Oh,
were you doing?
Cass, he does cooking streams, and he is like me. He doesn't know how to cook, but he is so much of a man, a single dude. Like he was asked if he had tongs, and he was like, "I've got a knife."
You know what? But I respect you for trying. Like, that's fucking hot. That you're at least out there putting in the good fight and even doing a stream about you burning yourself to bits trying to cook. Like, I'm here for it.
I put poor Megan Fox through hell, guiding me through cooking.
She kept you alive, though.
You two need to do more of that because I was laughing so much.
It's scheduling though. Megan is terrible with scheduling.
Yeah,
Because either she's busy or she's like, oh my god, a shiny object? Yay. Megan, don't come after me. I know you know where I live. You are not stealing pork chop.
That it was funny. Everyone go
Exactly,
check out
chat. I
Slug's.
am getting all the women.
Go check
You
out
wish.
Slug's cooking stream yesterday. He's asked me to do a cooking stream, but I can't cook. That's like
That would
the
be
blind leading the
perfect.
blind.
Exactly. Come on. Like, we have you out in the middle of the desert with a propane like grill, and I'm out in like a forest with a propane grill.
But is it propane and propane accessories?
We do not know about the propane butt plugs yet. We can ask Georgie since
Oh
she is a
my.
bottom.
Slug, I'm just gonna say it. You're
Okay, I'm just gonna say I went into a rabbit hole on Reddit lately, because I had a man come onto TikTok and tell me something about Sharpies. But if you want to go down that rabbit hole and you put in
Sharpies.
r/butt Sharpies, yeah, just take that as you will. But I've gone down a rabbit hole now and I don't know how to get out of
How?
it. I had to close Reddit
I
because I
don't
could not
think
stop looking.
I really don't think that you accidentally found it. I
No,
feel
no,
like
I didn't. I didn't accidentally find it. I had a man come
you
onto a
looked
live.
into it. You were
No,
like, how
no,
can I
I
shove
actually,
Sharpies up my
no, I
ass?
promise you, I actually didn't. Here's what happened.
Chat, don't
Here,
believe her. The woman is
okay.
lying again.
I can show you where he put
Someone's
it
on
in the
book
mod
talk.
chat. Anyway, so I had a man come onto TikTok and like come into a live and tell me all sorts of crazy
Oh.
shit. But one of those parts was that he had a woman on Discord putting Sharpies in herself, if you will. And I was like, okay, well, we have a whole Discord with a mod chat. And one of the other mod chat threw r/butt Sharpies in there. And then I couldn't look away after I clicked on that link.
So what you're
I feel like
saying
we may be
is
hanging out with the
that
same people from
you
TikTok.
have learned how to shove Sharpies up your ass.
I mean, I don't think that really takes a lot of skill, but yes.
See,
So, chat, if you want to see more of that, check out Cass's OnlyFans.
Hey.
Or TikTok.
I don't think
Oh, I
TikTok
can't put it
allows
on my
that.
TikTok. Those little babies will take that down in like 5 seconds.
Oh no, the woman has a Sharpie in her ass.
are you trying to get me to do more impressions?
Oh boy, Minnie, will you please shove that Sharpie in your ass?
Wow.
Woo!
Please,
Well, if
Minnie.
we're going to be talking about shoving things up their ass,
Oh boy,
I mean,
taxes and
I
ass Sharpies.
I thought about just doing a whole reaction video to the things I found on Reddit. I did not know that was a thing. I do now.
have you
Why
ever,
is it bookmarked, Cass? Why
you
did you
ever been
bookmark
told
it?
Don't you
chat-
judge me.
have you ever been told the acronym NBHNC?
I don't think
No, I
so.
don't know how to read.
So it's when people are like, "Oh, this is funny," or "This is shocking," and or "Here's my OnlyFans," and it says pretty much what that stands for is no butthole, no care. If you're not showing your butthole,
If
they
you're
don't
not
care.
showing thine asshole, we don't want to see.
Well, I mean, you will see a lot of asshole on that Reddit thread. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I was halfway to
What Reddit
say,
is that?
like, no, Mike, no.
Listen, butt stuff 2025. That's all I'm saying.
We all
Someone's
know
on Book
Cass
Talk.
loves being a pain in the ass.
I had to tell my son about Two Girls One Cup this weekend. So
Oh,
God, did he
no.
find it?
no, I was telling him, I was like, look, here's what it is. If you don't want to see it, do never look it up.
I
You know
don't
what?
even
It's
wanna
kind of
know
like,
that
look, kid,
conversation.
the internet is not your friend.
I did think about doing a video and calling it Two Veterans One Cup, just because people would be like, oh my God, what am I clicking on?
I have a feeling you would just have like two Marines looking at a cup full of crayons, being like,
No, if it's
the
Marines, they'll
wig
be doing Beijing.
crayon.
Because
Hey,
Marines,
Slug, shut up for a second. Mike, look at Joan's comment. Joan Walton.
who's?
Well, I'm
Joan
gonna
Walton.
disappear.
Slug,
Georgie
shut
is
up.
5'0". She is very short. Have a
You
Oh.
good
gave me
night.
2 inches.
Joan,
Well, yeah.
down below in the scroll, I've got an email, I've got a phone number, and I've got my YouTube or Facebook group. Any of those, you can absolutely contact me. And we have a Veteran Nation Foundation Facebook page, and you can DM that. Sorry.
Slug got his feelings hurt. He gave me 2 inches and left.
Oh
But that's all the
no.
girls get.
He'll be back. But yeah, there's some rabbit holes that you can go down. Blue Waffles one. Don't recommend Googling that.
I've already been down that one. That's horrifying.
I love you can get the kids with the lemonparty.org. They don't know that joke.
Yeah, somebody did that to me. I did not know about it. And then I was like, oh shit.
There's a lot of these bars around here where we get the LA tourists. So I put Republicans and Democrats leaving a bad taste in your mouth. Join the Lemon Party, www.lemonparty.org.
That's fucking awesome.
There's some weird thing in the bathroom.
It's almost like the equivalent, like if you put your like a website address down now, it's almost the equivalent of writing somebody's phone number on the bathroom wall 20-ish years ago or so.
Yep.
So try my OnlyFans, www.
I've seen that happen where people they took regular pictures off of people's like Instagram and stuff, and they put them through an AI filter that made them nude, even though it wasn't actually them nude, and then started an OnlyFans to harass that person. I've seen that.
That's some dedication. That sounds complicated. I don't have enough tech knowledge to harass somebody that way.
Valor Motorsports. Yeah, I wouldn't click on that.
That's okay, but I do now own bootysharpies.com. I literally bought it last night. Because why
Wow.
not?
You should definitely advertise it in that subreddit and have it linked to the podcast.
Oh my God, that's amazing. If I ever learn how to build a website, I will. Like, I have so many just domain names I bought because they were funny. Like, I bought couchfuckers.com. I bought swallowersonly.com. And now I'm bootysharpies.com.
I
Because
there, I'm
I'm
gonna
weird.
look this up because Joan is having a hard time finding it because the ticker does take a while. So there you go. That's where you can text us.
I also posted your X link in the chat.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I might have to buy one of those off you and have it route to veterannationfoundation.com.
Oh my God.
Just so people are like, what? What is this?
Yeah, I have a lot of weird like domain names I bought just because why not? They're like $20 and it was funny at the time, so I buy them.
Georgie didn't like my idea yesterday of merch where I was motorboating with the skipper.
I didn't say I didn't like it. It just went over my head at first.
Listen, Polititties, our tagline is motorboating the news, motorboating you with the news.
I love that. I still that I think what you guys are doing is genius with that.
Although it may just be me, my co-host may be moving on to different things, so it may just be me motorboating you with the news for a while, but either way, I'll find somebody else.
Why are our names are not on again?
It don't like you.
It doesn't, and I think it might be. Hold on, maybe it's the size. That's what she said. Oh, there we go.
Hey.
Why did it come on all of a sudden then? But yeah.
Oh wait, I know why. Because you did that little thing at the bottom with your number on it, and it made our names disappear.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't get why it does that. Whatever, whatever. Um, yeah. But I do. I think that'll be a good shirt. Motorboating with the skipper with the Veteran Nation logo.
We're gonna have to do a joint podcast at some point then, since we've got such similar.
Definitely. And I did. I did push out yesterday. I found this couple. They're just an older couple, and they do a coffee stream. And I just started watching their videos, and I like these people, and they're on Rumble. So I pushed that out yesterday. The Huffs, and it turns out he's a veteran. So I told him, I was like, anytime you want to come on, come on the show. So really nice dude. I was asking him a lot of. He's a pilot, so I was asking him flying questions.
Nice.
But yeah, other than that, and of course, Slug had to derail us all.
Of course.
He doesn't like it when I was addressed when I addressed what I was addressing. When you show comments, they disappear. Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, they do that sometimes. Yep, there they go. And they're back.
I don't know. I got Restream, but I'm still playing with it to see like what works and what doesn't. I haven't messed with it too much.
If you need help, don't be afraid to reach out to either me or Georgie. We've been figuring things out, but they keep changing things, which I'll say this: it's a little bit frustrating when you have to find out how to do something you knew how to do. But when they do change something, it is normally for the better.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, we got slugged. But I will say Slug's cooking stream yesterday was hilarious. Everyone should go check it out. It was definitely worth it. Just to hear Megan be like, "Okay, well, now you have to," she was like, "Okay, now you have to put in the sugar." And he's like, "A cup of sugar?" And she's like, "No, a tablespoon." And he's like, "I don't have that." And she's like, "Oh my god."
Oh no.
What they were making something with spam and seaweed and rice. I don't know what it was. I came in a little bit late yesterday to watch it. But for
I
those,
love a good I love a
but
good cooking stream, but it doesn't mean I'll cook whatever I'm watching them make. It just means I like watching it and pretending I'm gonna be fancy.
I figured it would be entertaining because Slug he's a single guy in his 20s. And I'll be the first to admit, I'm a single guy in my 40s. I don't have all the kitchen stuff that I probably should have. And I definitely don't know all the stuff I probably should know. But he knows less and has less. Like he's got a million knives, not much else in terms of cooking utensils. And he had a rice cooker and it was on and he turned it off midway through cooking and she's like, now your rice is gonna be ruined.
Oh man, tell him to invest in a rice cooker. I will tell you, like, that is the one thing that I can consistently fuck up, even though it is so
Yep.
easy, is
Yep.
rice. Like, the sides always come out crunchy. I got a rice cooker. I've never regretted that purchase. Anything I need to make rice for, I make it in a rice cooker.
I got one as an early Christmas gift a couple months ago and I've already gotten my money's worth out of it. Like I've used it so much.
Exactly.
And
They're like 20, 30 bucks and they're perfect.
okay, I'll post this up. Hold on a second.
I did it with a transparent background too. So
In my downloads, there we go. I hate how things will always try to open on my main screen. Maybe I should move my screens around. How's that for a t-shirt, guys? What do you think?
I should have put a set of titties.
I just learned. I didn't know this. I learned in yesterday's stream. I thought I knew this was true for military members, but I didn't know it was for veterans. If a veteran gets married, their wives can get a boob job. Do you know?
That's
Oh, we're
hot.
on that again.
You know the possibilities that opens up for me.
I'm so happy for you.
George
I
is
need
just
the
kidding me.
I need the opposite of one though. So yeah.
Right?
If they do breast enlargement, they will do reduction.
Like I don't even know about I just want them to like make them a little bit nicer. I'm approaching 40. You know, I've had children.
I don't think they do. I do know they'll do. Or I'm pretty sure they'll do tattoo removal. I don't know what other things like. I would love to get a nose job, not because I'm unhappy with my nose, but because I've had sinus issues, and I know I could get those taken care of with that. Um, but yeah, so I'll have to look up and see if they do other stuff like rejuvenation, or I know they'll do LASIK.
I already got that, but I was back in glasses within like a couple of years. But they told me they were like, it probably because I had really bad vision. They were like, you may get 20/20, but it may not be all the way. And I was like, I'll take anything's better than what I got. And I got LASIK. I couldn't be happier. I can find my glasses if they fall on the floor. So that's always the goal.
I have one eye that's 20/20, one eye that's not. And I do have glasses for when I read and stuff like that, but I've had them try to talk me into LASIK. And I'm like, well, if it's going to go bad, why don't I just wait until I'm older and then put off, a little bit? Like, because my dad he wore glasses his whole life. He had LASIK done in his 50s, and now he doesn't wear glasses. Your stream of Sally is picking up this, but I don't hear it, so I guess I'm good. I don't know what that means. Stream of Sally.
I'm here to see if my stream is Sally. Huh.
Wait, what?
Interesting.
And Georgie, what I need to do with you is actually give you, because I have a paid account for Restream, and I should give you access to be able to log in on my, because you're allowed one other login as an administrator. So that way you can be like, you don't need the login every time. You can just come in as an administrator and change things.
You mean like I've given you my YouTube?
You given me what?
I gave you admin status on my YouTube channel.
Oh, do I? I didn't know
Yeah.
it. That's well, this would be through Restream. So like if I'm live, that way you don't need the link. You could just log in and just, and it's not even like a paired channel thing. That's
I redid it.
But that's
Come
the
on.
benefit of Restream. And before Slug comes back in here to start yelling about Restream, I get it. You can call us boomers all you want, but it does make it easier. Oh, now I know why Georgie's so quiet. She's over.
I love Canva.
Yeah, she's over doing all this stuff. I gotta open it up here. Open. There we go. So we can show everybody. So you guys like that one?
I like it.
I like that font. I really like that font.
It's a marine font on Canva.
Okay. Do you know? Oh, let me see if I can find it. Hold on here. I hope this doesn't take me too long. Actually, it might be in my favorites. Sorry, guys. This is really funny, and it also drives my mom crazy. If I can find it. Where did my favorites go?
Valor is because Slug thinks anyone who is older than him is a boomer.
How old is he?
Slug is 27.
That tracks.
Typical Gen Z.
Is
We need
27 Gen Z or is that like lower into millennial? I don't even know.
He's Gen Z.
Oh, damn.
we need to hook him
I'm
up
fucking
with an old
old.
woman to put him into his place.
I'll smack him around, but I'd charge for that.
Well, I can't find it because they move stuff around on my iPhone. My parents bought a pontoon boat, and we were discussing naming it. And I finally, like, as we're talking, I came up with a name, and immediately my brothers were like, "That's the name," and my mom was like, "That is not the name. I will never get on a boat with that name."
What
It's the
did you
name.
name it?
We named it the Poontoon.
Oh my Jesus. I don't blame her.
Actually, I just thought of, okay, I'll show you guys the picture because we had a decal made up for it, and my,
I
my
swear to
parents.
God, I'm currently looking through Twitter. Bad Legal Takes has been on one for a while now. Like he's had nothing but everything to post.
He with Trump getting in, there's been like nonstop, like
Oh,
just
I know. It's absolute
not
shit on
Democrat or
both
Republican,
sides.
everybody, and it's like, oh my god,
That's like probably one of my favorite Twitter accounts, and it's like every
I love
fucking
that.
and I don't care. Like I don't care who it is, what side of the spectrum they're on. I just laugh at how dumb they are.
That's where I met you was through Bad League. I forgot about that.
Because people consistently have bad legal takes, and then they get big mad at me when I'm like, "Hey, you're a fucking dumbass."
Right? And like lawyers with horrible takes. What is up with that?
Yeah,
I'm just
the
like,
the Michael Avenattis and shit. Like, yeah, it's oh my god. I've seen being a lawyer does not mean you are skilled at the law. It simply means you can pass your bar. Like, what makes you skilled is actually knowing your stuff and knowing the job that you do.
I'm looking for this picture of the back of the boat. Oh my god, I hate when they move stuff. Like they literally moved the favorites on my iPhone because it used to be like the second one there, and now I can't. Okay, finally I found it because it should be in here. Damn it! Oh, I'll have to find it later. Frustrating. It's frustrating.
Yeah, does Cass have a YouTube channel?
I do have a YouTube channel and I have a Twitter channel. The YouTube channel is Politititties, and my Twitter, I do have a Politititties Twitter channel, but I don't use it very much. But I'm back on my BS today on Twitter.
I'll put the link here to the YouTube. And yeah, I do see your comment there, Angry Yeti. As bad as iPhones are, Androids suck. Yeah, Androids are way worse. And I've had an Android, and I went back to an iPhone. iPhones
Oh,
suck,
thank you.
but they're easy to do most stuff with. It's just Apple as a company sucks. But iPhone or Android, they're like they're not even close. They're not even in the same realm.
I feel
Oh,
like
we gotta get her
Android.
number.
I feel like Android is like Spirit Airlines, and then at least iPhone is like maybe you're flying Southwest or something.
Yeah,
Android, I like Android, but every time, like it depending on what phone you have and this and that, it's just a whole pain in the ass to use. And I feel like they crap out faster, so I like my iPhone.
for the people who say no, Androids are better, my parents are not technically inclined. They can use an iPhone no problem. They cannot use
Thank
an Android.
thank you for the people subscribing to my YouTube. I appreciate y'all.
Let's build her channel, guys.
You're up to T21. You you should have a Rumble or some other thing just because sometimes YouTube will take stuff down. And with the type of content you do, I could see where they might be like, oh, we're just gonna take it down and
Oh
then maybe
no,
need to get it back.
I'll get kicked off Rumble. Like, okay, so to be incredibly fair to your chat, I am like centrist, slightly left leaning. My co-host is like diehard leftist, but I'm more just in the middle. We do a lot of like political and news and stuff like that. We'll get kicked off a Rumble.
Well, I
Like
mean,
they're gonna lose their shit.
there Rumble is a little bit easier with the type of content they'll do. They don't have the strict stuff like on like if you start talking about sex stuff, they'll let it go. Whereas some YouTube will toss you. My whole thing is whether you go to Vimeo or I'm trying to think of the other video platforms, you should have something as a backup, just so when YouTube takes something down, you're like, well, it's still up over here.
See, I haven't gotten taken down by YouTube, but I did have a period there where I was trying to post the videos to YouTube from our live streams, and then like it would say it uploaded and just nothing was there. Like I don't know if they took it down. I didn't get an email that they did, but I had a period of like a month where that was happening. It was very irritating.
Yeah, I don't think YouTube does it because of political sway. It's Google, which is a big company, and they just don't care. And that's what it is.
Yeah.
Rumble's a much
No,
smaller company. It's just easier to get monetized on Rumble.
um if you sub to me, I so appreciate you. I do not mind subbing back, but like put something in my comments on one of the videos or something and to make sure like I know where to go. Cause I'm really bad about like knowing somebody's ex name and then their this or that name. So if you just put some in the comments, I have no problem with that.
And Georgie, he's back live again. So I'm wondering if he was told to stop threatening us and just post whatever he thinks he has. But
Can we like meta moment this? Can we watch their live stream within this live stream? I'm so curious.
we could. The only thing is, he'll copyright strike us.
Okay.
Because he's a
What's the name of it?
Spawn Trooper. He's been
On YouTube or on
YouTube.
Twitter?
on YouTube.
YouTube.
Show that picture. Yoda wants us to share it. I just sent you the logo that I made for Yoda and Erica last night. For the foundation they're doing for Uncle Frank.
And see, this is the thing. Like, I wanted them to, whether they needed money for the funeral, whether they wanted to start something up, I just wanted them to have the ability to honor Uncle Frank in whatever way they saw fit. And that was my goal. But, you know, DJ Radis decided which he's got a control issue already, because he tries to control people in his Facebook group, and that's why I pretty much was like, they booted me as a mod, and I was like, okay, I don't need to post here anymore. And he's tried to do that with other people. There are people who come forward that he's threatened them, but he wanted to control this. He wanted to control Yoda and Uncle Frank and all that. That's why he did that. And I had told Spawn Trooper months ago, be careful with him. Don't trust him. And yes, to the private message, yes. But I told him, watch out for Yoda. Yoda, not Yoda, DJ Radis. He always has stuff he's doing in the background. And Spawn Trooper had DJ Radis on his channel last week, and they were trashing Uncle Frank, and it was all untrue. And he ended up with egg on his face. And he's blaming me and Georgie. That is not us. That is because you chose. I never pulled Spawn Trooper into any of this. I'd stop talking about him on the show. When people would ask, I'd be like, yeah, Spawn Trooper's not talking to me anymore. And that's where I left it. But Spawn Trooper's done 4 live streams about me. He's done the same thing with Georgie. And he won't shut up. And I told him, like, do what you need to do. But he got burned because he trusted DJ Radis. And he got egg on his face. That's not my problem. And if he wants to keep his threats and say he's going to expose us, expose me. Post all my DMs. I don't care. I don't care. You're not gonna show anything new. Nothing that I haven't already talked about. So shut up with your stupid threats.
Well, I always love it when people say something like that, and I'm like, I wouldn't say anything in a DM. I wouldn't fucking tell somebody to their face. So
That whole part.
if something comes up, I'll just be like, yeah, I fucking said that shit, but I don't like.
So DJ Radis went onto his show and said that we were trying to get people to tune out of Spawn Trooper show, which is not the case. What we were doing was we said, okay, here's what we're going to do. He's going to go off about us and talk crap about this. We're going to get more people to subscribe to Georgie's show to show that trashing people is not the way to go. And that was all done in memes.
Yeah, it was all done in the group, and it wasn't just your idea. You and Tat came up with it. It was Tat's idea too.
And
they wanted my channel to steamroll Spawn Troopers. I thought it was funny.
And Tat thought I was talking bad about Spawn Trooper to people in DM. There's only a couple people I approached about it. Only a few. Only because I was doing things with them and didn't want them playing the mommy daddy game. I wanted them to know, here's what's going on. Here's what I'm doing about it. But everyone conspiring against me. No. People were talking about Spawn Trooper yelling at the chat because that's not cool. But
that's how Mon and Spawn's issue started. Is everybody was coming to me complaining about Spawn yelling at them in chat. So I confronted him in private.
Yeah. And he started doing his pouting like a child. He got mad at me because I kept telling him, dude, go to therapy. Oh, how the fuck do you get to say that to me, you pleb? And it's like, dude, no, go to therapy. And all the stuff he does to me was not bothering me. But when you start messing with a fundraiser I'm doing, yeah, now I am going to. That's when I take the kid gloves off. And now I've got no problem talking about it on stream. Tat is his real name. Terrence is his first name. And DJ Radis screwed up. He screwed up big time. That'll come out.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know who any of these people are really, but I'm here for the drama. So, like, as long as it ain't my drama, I'm here for it.
This whole story, what the hell's me and DJ Radis, and actually Max Lab was in it way before us. He was catching things before we were. It's just me and DJ Radis. We were on Facebook, and we started comparing notes of stuff that was going on because this woman was crazy,
I
and
get to play.
every day she was posting new stuff. So we created a couple of Facebook groups where we would just take her screenshots and then talk about it. And but then Kat, aka DJ Radis, started getting very controlling, and people who were posting in other groups, he then wanted to ban. And I didn't. Oh, you should have let him. You should have let him stay because again, that's someone who was talking shit about me. You should have let him stay, and I would have called him out.
Still can.
Okay, well, I'll just say it. Eric Miller, who I raised $400 for. I watched him live on one of Spawn Trooper's streams where Spawn Trooper was shitting on me. I watched him going along with it and agreeing with it. And I'll never help that man again. I'll never raise him another dime. So I helped him grow his channel. You know, I'm all about helping channels that are smaller than mine grow. I'm all about helping people. If they're a veteran or veteran's family member, I'm all about helping them. But if you motherfuck me, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not going to have any ill will. It's just I'm done. And I really tried to just ignore Spawn Trooper and all the stuff he was saying for over a month and move on. But yeah, me and Tat, he created a group that I was a mod of, and he started wanting to boot members for just posting in other groups. And I was like, that's not one of the rules. And we were all internally debating it. And then one day I showed I showed a photo, which I still think is hilarious. Here, let me pull it up. And they said that was pornography, and they booted me from the mods. And I just moved on with my life. I didn't need to be a mod there. I just, started doing my own thing. And
Oh, and to branch off of this pornography accusation that he did, let me just inform y'all of some private conversations between me and Tat on the phone. The things he accused Mike of is exactly what Tat was doing on the phone.
yeah. There you go. That's what I posted that they claimed was porn. And that's why I was booted.
What?
Yeah. And the thing is, you had to know how many people were like, oh, I want to be what do I have to do to be a mod? It was a running joke. And that's why I posted it in the mod chat, not even in the open group. This was posted in the mod chat. And he said he was just so hyper paranoid that his Otter Creek Shady Bunch group would get taken down because they did. And here's the thing: they were in danger of getting taken down, but for things that Tat and the other mods were doing, they were attacking people. And if I'm a mod in any of your guys' stuff, and Georgie will tell you, I'm a mod in her stuff, and some of you have made me a mod in your stuff. I'm the laziest mod ever because I'm of the thing of let it go. Let's let it go. I'm smart enough to know that all this social media is not really a free speech zone. But I will let as much go as possible. And I ignored Spawn Trooper. Oh, there's 4 of them together. Yeah, it was me, Georgie, Tat, and Coop. We were all in a DM group. And yeah, did we talk about the things Spawn Trooper was doing? Absolutely. Absolutely. It was stupid and unnecessary. A lot of what he does is stupid and unnecessary. He's literally trying to get the attention of Bruce, the lawyer. And he doesn't get the attention. And that's what he gets frustrated about. But
And the only things we really said about him in our private messages is we just want him to stop.
yeah,
Enough is enough. Me and Mike have moved on. Leave us alone.
but still today, we never drugged him into this stuff with Uncle Frank. That was DJ Radis. I
Yes.
never mentioned him until they started attacking together. And that's exactly what he did. He was all on board with it. Go rewatch his stream. I'll give him the views. Rewatch it. DJ Radis is saying, "Oh yeah, we have these questions about Uncle Frank. These questions about Uncle Frank. We don't believe this. There's this. There's this, and it's all bullshit." And he was right
And then
there.
we showed Tat the proof, and he still kept going with the bullshit.
Yeah, like several days before that, we had showed Tat. No, we can prove that this is real. I told him, I was like, I have Uncle Frank's statement of service. That's the federal government saying he's a real person. And if Tat's now saying, "Oh, I never questioned him," bullshit. We have that in writing too.
And for the record, I'm going to put this publicly. I put out an olive branch to Spawn before all this bullshit was said by Tat, offering for all of us to put our bullshit aside and work together to help Yoda.
Hold on. I want to show something.
I've offered to fix our issues. I am over it. I want to fix it. Tat made the post accusing us of saying things about Spawn that's not true. I have made it public that I wanted to fix the drama between me and Spawn.
After Spawn did several live streams about me, trashing me, that's when I was like, I am 100% done. That's when I blocked him. On Christmas, he then sends me a Merry Christmas message. It's like, dude, you did this. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, it's not. Is it good?
We never threatened his channel. We never threatened him. To make it clear, we never threatened anybody.
Hold on. I'm going to move some things. Why is this not letting me?
My Wednesday.
Oh, it's not
Or
letting me.
threatened his channel. He has like less than 1,000 subscribers. Like if somebody told me they
No,
were
no, no,
gonna
no, no, no,
threaten
no.
my
No,
channel.
no, 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 no. Not Spawn. DJ Radis made a post on his channel
Oh,
saying Mike
hold
and I
on.
threatened to take his channel down, and that's not what was said.
Yeah.
Well, now I gotta look him up too.
2 weeks after he sent me all these nasty messages, after he did multiple live streams about me, threatening me, he sends me Merry Christmas and have a fantastic day. And I was just like, go fuck yourself, dude. Like, seriously? What kind of a psycho are you? Oh, I was extending an olive branch. I don't want you did lives about me. I told, while he was doing one, I was messaging him and telling him, stop, don't do this publicly. Let's, like, we can talk through all this stuff. Nope, he wanted to take it all public. Okay. Well, there you go. And now that's why no one wants to do anything with him. Because the moment he gets it in his head that you did something, he's going to go public and do a live stream and trash you.
Well, just like we were trying to talk to him in private to handle it in private, he took it to a live stream and involved everybody that watches all three of our channels.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it should have been handled outside of YouTube.
And the thing
None
is,
of us have spoke out.
And here's the thing I'll say to people. What does he do? What does he do to help veterans? He talks a big game, oh, I'll go to bat for any of my veterans. If you go after a veteran, you're effing pleb. Okay,
Oh,
what do you do for veterans? Because I have a nonprofit, and I've helped, and a lot of people in your chat, like Eric, I have given money to.
he was defending Robbie today. What Robbie said about you, he was defending that shit today.
Yeah, that's the type of guy he is. Oh, he's on your side as long as he can get something from you, and then
Right.
turns.
Exactly. And he tries to control us.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't see what was going on behind the scenes. He tried to control every move I was making on my channel when I first started.
Well, and I think that's the unfortunate thing about being like on, the web like based podcasts and stuff like that is you really have to be kind of super careful who you deal with and who you like let into kind of your circles because as they get bigger, they tend to get a real big fucking head and then they're a whole problem.
DJ
Right.
Radis. Here's why DJ Radis does what he does. DJ Radis wants to be hired by Jeremy Hales, 100%. He wants to be an employee of Jeremy Hales, and
I don't
he's
even know
done.
who that is.
Jeremy has the channel, the very large channel, What the Hales, and so that's why DJ Radis tries to control people. He's been doing songs. He does like these the parody songs, and he's been doing them since a lot of this stuff started in May and June of 2023, and with that story, and that's fine. But the thing is, what he doesn't realize is, in terms of growth for your channel, you're gonna grow, but if you're gonna top out. But because he keeps accusing me of wanting the views. No, that's projection. He wants the views. The dude has a mental issue that he's not dealing with. He cannot keep a job. He's living out of his car. Like, those are red flags. And trust me, I've had a lot of veterans with those exact same red flags. If you can't have a good living situation, there's probably a reason why. But he gets very jealous that, like, Jeremy's giving me shout outs. I thank him for him. He never had to do any of those things. But Jeremy shout out other people. I don't care that Jeremy shouts anybody out. Jeremy can do what he wants. But Tat goes off on people. Yes, and he does have issue with people on the spectrum.
It's almost like, how do I explain it? Like he's jealous, but he needs to like take care of himself first. Like he needs to maybe get off for a little while and just focus on him.
Yeah.
That would probably be his best bet. Just
Well,
objectively, if I'm just hearing this from you. So
not everything has to be public. Like, do I troll people? Oh, I troll people. I was trolling people in the fake group this morning. Stu
you've
Moran
seen me troll people all the time. So yeah.
and
I was like, I try to tell people because you're on TikTok. I come from a very large community on TikTok where we went after pedophiles. What Spawn and Tat are doing is child games compared to what I've dealt with.
but I mean, DJ Radis, he will attack people very publicly who even support Jeremy Hales. And he has. Max Lab is in here. He's done songs about Max Lab. I'm sure he's probably, and I haven't looked at his stuff. I'm sure he's done songs about me. I don't care. That will never bother me. Attacking people that I'm trying to help and do things for, that absolutely bothers me, especially when they're grieving. Like the body wasn't even cold, hadn't been dead 2 weeks, and they were attacking the family. And we're not attacking the family. Yeah, you are. If you question if the deceased even was a person, And that's what they did. They were, well, we don't even know he was real. Yeah, that's attacking the family. I appreciate all the shout outs, TC. And everyone should go check out TC's channel, Minnesota Black Robe Regiment. My partner in crime for Veteran Nation. He's the co-host.
Oh, I will totally go check it out. Like, Minnesota politics has been wild. I literally aired their Supreme Court oral arguments that they had the other day on that whole quorum in the House. Like, I follow their stuff like crazy because it's always kind of a shit show. But yeah.
You would like what we did yesterday on Georgie's channel, and it was me, TC, and Georgie. Georgie does a lot of true crime stuff, and we were watching the police videos from Sonia Massey, and TC is very libertarian, and he is a former corrections deputy and talks a lot on his channel about, and this channel when we're on together, we talk a lot about misuse of the government and police and wrongdoing.
Oh, I'm super passionate about that. I feel like with police, like, of course, just like with the president, there's going to be some form of immunity, right? Because things happen that are not happening to the everyday citizen. But I feel like if you have a firearms discharge, which still, even for police, is rare, you should be held to the same level of scrutiny that anybody else would be held to. Like, I don't think that's ridiculous. I think they get too much qualified immunity.
Oh, I think qualified immunity is way too high of a bar. I I really think we need community oversight.
Yeah, community-based, like, policing and yeah, absolutely.
Some places do have a community board, but I think all departments should have something like that.
Well, yeah, because, like, you've got unions, and then they sort of mitigate and protect the bad apples. But my only thing about I will defend police officers, but I can't defend somebody that sat there and willingly know that their fellow officer was doing fuck shit and didn't say something. But I also know when you're in environments like that, you kind of can't. So I'm like torn on that.
I'm going to put something up just to show the type of things, and I did call this person out, just to show the type of things that DJ Radis and Spawn Trooper, the type of damage they were trying to do. So here we go. This is one of the comments clearly in his stream. Now, for him to say, no, I wasn't attacking. No, you were, because right here is one of the people. I feel we have all been scammed. I don't believe Uncle Frank really exists. And then I saw Gail in Georgie's stream the other day. And I started asking questions of, oh, you think my fundraiser is a scam? You don't think Uncle Frank exists? All of a sudden, I just saw your question on Georgie's live. I'm not avoiding anything. I want to know about Uncle Frank. I like talking to him. I said he appeared to be real. I said he thought he was real at times. I know you want to get mad at me for my questions. Let me know. I think some people are causing problems. So sad for them. Yeah. You thought he was real? Because I don't believe Uncle Frank really exists. This is the type of stuff they were trying to drum up on Spawn Trooper show and on and that DJ Radis was trying to do. That is 100%, and that is attack on my organization and the fundraiser I was doing.
Well, I hate drama like that, particularly because, like, I would imagine your organization probably takes a lot of pride in also being able to give people a certain level of privacy, especially if they're dealing with like a traumatic situation, like for fundraising purposes, I would think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Check Facebook.
Oh God. Oh, I'll show this. Yeah.
Are you talking about the lady officer that shot the man with his own gun?
This is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I
Can
mean,
you blow that up so I can see the picture of who said
Yeah,
that?
zoom in. It's an anonymous post, but
hold on here. Let me download it so then it will be easier for me to. When I do some of these things, they don't always work out. Well, there we go.
Moonwolf, we covered Sonia Massey, which is a case in Illinois, before
Chat, I
TC
tried.
corrects me.
Hello,
Yeah,
chat. I
that
am
case
back
was
causing
disgusting.
chaos.
Yeah,
Well,
that
I
case was
lots of chaos.
disgusting abuse of police power.
Exactly. By the way, I back the blue, but cops like him, I do not back.
cops are not real.
Amen.
Police are
I
not
wish
real.
they
They are
weren't.
just
Yeah,
geckos in big blue
I
suits.
I'm gonna tell them that next time I get pulled over and see how it works out for me. They're
It
gonna
worked
think
for
I'm like a
me.
fucking. They're gonna think I'm a fucking soft sick crazy person.
Well, you are like 5'1".
I'm not. I'm 5'8".
Yeah, but you're short.
How am I short at 5'8"?
You're shorter than me, so you're short.
That's above
Is that
average height for a woman.
It's still short.
You're short.
And
I told him I'd smack you around a little bit, so I'm here for this. But I normally
you
charge,
can't even
so
reach
like
me. What do you mean?
we need to get some payment services going. I have a Venmo, but my Cash App got
I
banned
do
because
not pay. I do
my
not
cash
pay for any
sir,
of
I'm
that. I do
speaking,
not pay for
fuck?
I'm
Enough!
speaking.
sexism.
My Cash App got banned because somebody sent me $5. It was a friend of mine, and they put for butt plugs, and Cash App took them real seriously, and then they fucking banned me like a bunch of assholes.
Well, you're
They
not allowed to
ban
have
you for
butt
butt
plugs.
Yep.
Those are
Get good.
plugs?
Well, Texas demands that they only have 6 dildos per owner.
That's a true story. I want to meet the motherfucker that's going to enforce that, though. Like, if they come in my house, are they going to go through my
Wait,
side
are they
drawer and
coming in
make
your
sure?
house or are they coming on the floor?
Either way.
Why are you pegging police?
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it.
I am worried because why are you pegging the police?
Don't you worry about it. That ain't
Chat,
none of your
help, help.
That
This
whole
woman
part.
is pegging law enforcement.
That's business fucking only. I don't tell no tales.
So use the cactus on bad police.
So
Goddamn
Right.
right.
I am going to address this. I'm not roasting anybody. I'm not roasting anybody. He's issuing threats. Okay. So here's my message to him. Post whatever you want. You say you got stuff on me, post it. I don't care. Put up or shut up. Quit telling people, oh, I could take them down. A bunch of plebs. Post what the fuck you think you have. I don't care. Stop talking about me. Either post it or shut the fuck up. And there we go.
He can't take me down. I ain't in none of that shit, so fuck off.
Where did Spud go?
He does his research. I'll do my research. Okay. Do your research. Show us. Show us, dude. Like, stop talking about it. I'm tired of it. I've ignored you for a month. But when you brought on someone who started attacking my fundraiser I was doing. You're attacking my organization. So there we go.
Nemesis. Hi, darling. So Nemesis said, "Ooh, slug, Mama Georgie yelled, you in big trouble now."
Oh, look, Stu is here. Stu,
Stu! We've missed you, Stu.
he was
You're more
always
fun
in
to play
the.
with.
He was always in the fake group. Don't let him stop you. Don't let him try to. Oh no, I wasn't there. Yeah, you were.
He's
You
blocked on
butthole.
Facebook. I've missed him trolling our chats, though. He's more fun to play with than the other fools.
Yeah.
I'm a total nerd, so I'm fucking here for it, Stu. Bring it.
You're a sexy nerd. There's a difference.
I'll be right back.
Either
I'm gonna get
way,
something to drink.
but I appreciate the compliment.
Also, Stu, why did you have to make an anonymous post about what was being said? Like, we don't care.
Yes, Minnesota Black. Yes, I'm a 5'8" ginger that pays attention to Minnesota politics, even though I'm in Texas.
He can investigate all he wants. He won't find shit that I haven't already told my chat. So,
I don't know. I'm totally with Skipper, at least from what I've heard. I'm one of those people, fucking do it. Like do it. What are you gonna do? You're not gonna accomplish anything. Cause like you agreed with me earlier, I'm not gonna say anything to anybody in a DM that I wouldn't tell you to your fucking face. That's just the bottom line. I will tell you, yeah, I sat there and called you an asshole. You were being an
yep,
asshole. Like I don't
yep.
care.
Oh, either way, Stu, we missed you. You're fun to play with. You don't have to
Oh,
be
that's
rude, though.
hot. I've got a podcast husband now. That's hot.
Cheater.
Oh, does she like Tyrannosaurus Rex?
Don't be hoeing over the internets, Minnesota Black.
Hey, if you like dudes with little arms like a dinosaur, you do you, boo.
Wait, what's happening?
He has little bitty short arms like a T
Oh, well,
Rex.
now I
Right.
gotta see this.
Right.
Me,
Jesus.
me and Georgie are bad combo because I know what to feed her to get her going, and she knows what to feed me to get me going.
That sounds
I'm
so
here for
wrong.
it. That's hot.
It's funny because like Coop keeps us mellow and calm, but when it's just the two of us, all hell breaks loose.
That's true.
Oh, magic. I am literally in that area. I'm in the Permian
Shut your
Basin of Texas.
Oh, and she's Texan. Mm.
That's me.
So are you going to be doing your show regularly now that's just you, or?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start back up on Monday. I kind of dicked around Thursday, but I think I'll start it back Monday, and I may ask like one of my friends to like, co-host for a while. I'm not sure.
Chasey? Yes, that's absolutely what they want. And also, Tat is not smart enough to realize that. That's why he started all this. That's why he brought Spawn Trooper in. Spawn Trooper is not smart enough to realize when he's being played. That's why he threatened me today.
We have also.
Minnesota.
I just posted your link for him.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I now have a podcast husband.
I also told them that this is exactly what that side wanted was for us to fight.
Mhm.
That this needed to be handled offline, and quit putting it public. But nobody listens to me because apparently it's because I'm a woman.
And here's the thing: stop threatening me. Whatever you got, post it. Post every bad thing you have about me. Post every DM you think you have with me that shows me in a bad light. What people will see is I'm funnier off camera because I don't have to worry about
Or
getting censored.
you could do the ultimate troll. Just post all that shit yourself. Make a whole video of it. Read it all out to people. Make it long
I
form
like her.
content.
I mean, if it keeps going, I'll do that.
Well,
As you saw,
but that's
I have no problem doing it.
well, see, that's the best defense, right? Like he keeps threatening to do it, but he's probably gonna puss out and never do it. So I would say just do it yourself. Be like, look, you keep talking shit, you can't back it up. I'm gonna post all these DMs, and if you got something different, fucking post it.
I'll tell this to Stu, and I've already put this in What the Hell's chat. DJ Radis has alts. And I'll just tell you right now, you should probably tell Bruce to subpoena those alts for his case on the thumbnails. There you
Yeah, because he threatened many times
go. He's
to
threatened
do
a lot.
stuff to them.
I know he threatened the Kims a year ago. I know that for a fact.
Who cares if he makes
Oh,
a
thank
song?
you.
If you have
Thank you,
a
Minnesota.
Facebook group that talks about What the Hales that isn't one that he is a mod of, he's going to threaten you or the people in it. That's what he does.
Yep. I
Well,
love
thank you,
Cass's
Dennis.
attitude too. And I have already screen recorded every bit of mine and Tat's private messages. It's just sitting on my computer.
That's fucking hot. I would put it together in a video and just be like, "Oh, you want to be a bitch? I can be bitchier."
I'll show what we both fucking said.
Goddamn right.
I'm going to make Cass's day. This is going to be special for Cass. Let's go through some of Bad Legal Takes' bad legal takes.
Oh my god, I love that motherfucker. Those are the best.
I'm so
I
sick of
probably
these.
spend 90% of my time there.
He gets some really funny stuff. The U.S. Constitution does not apply to legals. Look, I know they're challenging that, but it's never going to go anywhere because they've already said if you're here in the U.S., whether you're legal on a legal status, citizen, not citizen, that yes, you can challenge in a federal court. Now, can you still be deported even with an ongoing court challenge? Yes, you can. But that's different. What's this one?
Minnesota, I took a screenshot. I'll email you after this is over.
I gotta mute for a second and switch headphones. Mine's dying.
Okay. What I love on here is when it's attorneys with the bad takes. Like regular people, I'll forgive regular people with a bad legal take because most people don't really follow legal stuff. Attorneys are breaking the law by representing illegal invaders. Okay.
No, because they're entitled to due process.
Exactly. They can be arrested for facilitating the harboring. No.
Nope, not even a little.
If they represent an illegal gang member, they can be now arrested for treason. No.
Absolutely not. No.
Here's the thing that
Everybody within our borders is entitled to due process through their 14th Amendment and also their 5th. So
most things that in the past treason has been used against people has since been found to be unconstitutional. And the example I'll give is Eugene Debs ran for president from federal prison because he handed out pamphlets against World War I, U.S. involvement in World War I. They aren't illegal entitled to any representation. Yeah, that's false. Taylor Swift.
I've had lawyers come in and like challenge me in bad legal takes, and other lawyers being like, "What the fuck are you talking about? She's fucking right." Like it's always funny, like to watch them go to war with each other.
This one's a good example. There's always a lot of bad legal takes about defamation.
Oh
Like,
my God. Like the amount of people that don't understand that you have to have a monetary claim and that
yep,
truth is an absolute defense to defamation is so fucking wild to me.
yep, yep. I get that a lot in the What the Hell's group where people are like, "You're defaming," and I'm like, "Okay, how am I defaming?" Well, you said this. It's like, yes, I did. That's not defaming.
What you ask them to do is assess the monetary value they've lost by the comments you've made. If they don't have it, you haven't defamed them.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I just introduced a resolution to amend the 22nd Amendment. Okay, a resolution will not amend the 22nd Amendment. That's the bad legal take here. You can pass all the resolutions you want. An actual amendment will amend.
Yeah, you need an amendment to do it.
I didn't see this one. Oh, the birthright citizenship. That's going to be a tall. Like, okay, I understand Trump is going after it. I'll tell you, as a Trump, voter, that's a tall bar. A really tall.
He's gonna I will tell you, he's gonna need an amendment. I know he's trying to like get it to SCOTUS to change the interpretation of the amendment, but when you look at text history and tradition, and I have literally read through the congressional hearings when they were or
Mhm.
Senate, sorry, Senate, when the senator proposed it and they were trying it, people have the worst takes on this. What's going to happen is what's going to happen. But in my heart of hearts, like, you're going to need a constitutional amendment.
I,
That's just what it's going to
I
come down
agree
to.
with you. I think that, I mean, unless if the only way is if the Supreme Court very narrowly defines the 14th.
And because we've got, well, we really have a 3-3-3 court. If I'm looking at it, we have the
Mhm.
institutionalists, we have liberals, and then we have sort of the partisan right. But a lot of the six are textualists slash with mixed like sprinkles of originalism. So I think like strongly when you're looking at previous rulings like Bruin and things like that, it's text history and tradition that they're going to be looking at. I don't see them narrowly defining it. In fact, I see the plain text of the 14th being quite clear.
Yeah. Now, with some of these immigrant things, this Supreme Court has actually affirmed the Chinese Exclusion Act, which was done in 1896, I want to say, that could be done. So don't think because some people fall in the trap of because Trump is against birthright citizenship, that means all of his immigration stuff is not going to be accepted. Most of it will be accepted. That birthright citizenship, I don't think will. His attack on that.
Hey, podcast husband, we can fight about that on your podcast. I'll be like a real wife that way.
Oh, me and him had a pretty good fight about Abraham Lincoln. So,
Fair enough.
yeah, the pardons. Pardons are an absolute right of the presidency, whether done by whether you have a problem with the ones or Biden did or the ones that Trump did. It's an absolute power. Now,
Oh, and yeah, and I agree.
it only applies to federal laws, but it is an absolute power. So saying that it's high crime misdemeanor, no. And we just had this with the
Oh,
Supreme Court, which is why.
no, that
But
was absolute shit about that. Like people bringing up, I'm sorry, their dog's barking. I'm in my backyard.
you're good.
About people bringing up like high crimes and misdemeanors. Shut up. Like it's an absolute power of theirs. While I may disagree with some of the J6 pardons, probably 95-ish or more percent I agree with. If you were had something like real bullshit, like a trespassing charge, I don't like that you got pardoned, but I'm not like crying any tears about it. I think more for me, it was just people that had like the assault stuff. Like that was the only ones I was kind of a little bit like,
That was kind of the problem. Like, I had no problem with. In fact, when the J6 was going on, uh, I was talking to a couple different people, all MAGA people, and they were like, "What do you think about this?" And I said, "This is stupid." I go, "They're all going to get arrested because it's stupid." But then when they started charging the people, when they overcharged them, like they should have all been charged with simple trespassing, vandalism. Most of them were assault was simple assault or simple battery, not aggravated. Charge them and sentence them appropriately. But you had, and you saw it the other day with the judge who, even after they were pardoned, was still trying to tell them, no, you have to report to the court if you want to come into DC or near the Capitol. That's ridiculous. No, like you find them, give them probation for a year or two, let them go. They'll learn their lesson. But keeping them for what they did, for the ones in solitary confinement, that was ridiculous. The one where they were the sedition, that was an overcharge. I actually think they should fight that one because sedition and treason are in most of the times that's charged, it goes against the First Amendment. And again, I go back to Eugene Debs. If you're an American citizen, unless if you're actually committing espionage, rare that those should be charged, in my view. I do want to
yeah, like I can say like there were potentially things that were overcharged, things like that. Like I'm not above like calling out either side. I think honestly, I probably don't fit neatly into any box. But I've also like with Biden, I would have liked him to not just use his like political leverage to like pardon like family and friends basically. I would have liked to have seen more pardon for like nonviolent drug offenders or, DACA people or things like that. Like I would if you're gonna go ham, go fucking ham. Like that's my thing about it. I thought he should have pardoned all the nonviolent J6ers just so Trump couldn't say he did it. Like, if you wanted to be a real bitch about it, that's what I would have fucking done.
That would have been some wind out of the sails. Um,
For real.
I was more shocked at the people he didn't pardon. He didn't pardon Alex Vindman. He didn't pardon who was Jack Smith. And I think I can see Trump going after them. Like Trump takes things personally.
Yeah, that's like for me, that's part of the problem, right? Like, I can see to some extent, like, why people feel like Trump was, gone after, like, but he also, was part and party to like J6, whether you believe he caused it, like that's neither here nor there. But like there were reasons. But like just being like, I don't like what you did, so I'm gonna fuck with you, that's a little too unstable for me.
TC loves you.
Is his name TC? I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
don't know anybody's name, so.
Yeah.
Hi TC, nice to meet you.
Yeah, Fauci, Trump hates Fauci. I think that's probably the guy he hates the worst out of all of it. And I still laugh because I've told people for years. I've known a million guys like Trump. A lot of them are in the military. Trump is an asshole. He is an asshole. But the media doesn't know how to deal with an asshole, a real asshole. What they should do is just mock him. If that's what the
I,
media. Go ahead.
the media acknowledging a lot of what he said was a bigger part of the problem. I would have just been like, it's an in passing thing instead of covering it round the clock. Like the 24-hour news cycle is a whole fucking problem anyway, but like it gets people so amped up about the dumbest shit, and then like you come back a week later and you find out whatever they were saying on fucking Fox News or MSNBC was total bullshit, but people can't stop spreading the propaganda around because they heard it 24/7 for fucking 3 days.
Absolutely. I do want to address Derek's comment. There are people out there saying that the pardons can be undone because they feel he is not of sound mind. Again, I'm going to go back to pardoning is an absolute power of the president. You cannot undo it.
Absolutely.
It's just like the whole thing with the classified materials. Classifying materials is an absolute power of the president. Like all the things on classification, they go up to the executive branch. Trump, he can declassify something by saying, "Hey, I'm declassifying that right now." He can absolutely do that, and the more that type of stuff goes up to the Supreme Court, the more you're going to see. No, yeah, that's an absolute power.
Well, like with the declassification, like I can agree that presidents can declassify things, but there's also processes to declassification where he has to let that department know, the paperwork has to be processed. Like just saying it isn't necessarily enough.
Those departments, though, get their authority from the president. So
No, I agree, but like proper steps have to be followed because otherwise you're going to find yourself in the predicament that Trump found himself in. Now,
and
I have really strong feelings about that. Like I think that was probably one of the worst things he did for me, but yeah.
see, that's more of a problem of Congress because when Congress has written these laws, they put them solely in the realm of the executive branch. And that was done in the
Yeah.
40s and 50s. And, they kept giving the president all these powers. And now they're trying to take it back, but it's like, no, the laws are very clear. These are executive powers. When it's an executive power, you've given that to the president, and now you're trying to take it back via the courts.
Well, okay, so poor Marine, just so you're quite aware, I had the exact same fucking energy for Biden. In fact, after I read the Her report and found out he disclosed confidential information to his ghostwriter, I gave him the biggest fuck you ever. Like, I already didn't want to vote for him, but that was the absolute straw that broke the fucking camel's back. I have the same energy for anybody who does that bullshit, and I don't give a fuck who they are.
And TC, this is exactly why I said what I did. It only applies to federal crimes. It's an absolute power, but it only applies to federal crimes. A state can absolutely bring. Fauci was pardoned. A state could still charge him with crimes. And if
Yeah,
you're
the state absolutely can.
Yeah, and if your state attorney general, you want them to do that, you need to write a letter to them. But most people they'll absolve the state, their state of stuff, but then want to put it on the presidency. Which is why I laugh about this stuff, because so many people want to take a lot of these things to the courts, and that's the other problem. The courts are like, we are not the arbiter of your petty political squabbles. You guys go figure it out. And they'd say that a lot.
Belinda, I'm not from here, but I am located in the Permian Basin area currently.
I don't even know where that is because I'm not from Texas, and I've only been to Texas once.
Yeah, it's West Texas. She's like the Permian Basin would be like Midland, Odessa, Big Spring, where we make a lot of oil. That's where the Permian Basin is.
I've only been to Amarillo. I stopped there for a day, and I had to have a steak. And because it's Amarillo. But people have told me that Texas doesn't really accept Amarillo in like the Panhandle. I don't know why, but I've heard that. And I do. Oh, Cass might enjoy this, being from Texas. I do have a video. I am editing it. It will go out this week of me trying Whataburger for the first time.
It's underwhelming. Ever since the Chicago people bought it out, it fucking sucks. I'm gonna be so fucking for real with you.
Um, I'll tell you, I think it's better than In-N-Out. All these California people are like In-N-Out. In-N-Out is nothing special. It's
I've never even been. We have a few here in Texas, and people keep telling me how good it is, and I'm like, pass.
it's good. It's a fresh burger, but there's nothing about it. Like I love Five Guys, and the reason I love Five Guys is because I'm like, oh my god, their fries are great. They are,
They are really good.
yeah, and that's why I love Five Guys. Like the burger's good, but
I love Five Guys too.
yeah, if you give me the option of Five Guys and In-N-Out, I'm going to Five Guys every time. Like especially In-N-Out's fries are so underwhelming.
What is MBRR? I don't understand what that
Oh,
means.
that's TC's Minnesota Black Robe Regiment.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I am looking over at the chat and getting distracted. I apologize.
Poor Marine will find out. TC gets very passionate.
That's why we have TC on the soapbox.
And he's the one that when we do the show, he does the rants. Rarely do I rant.
I can rant, but it takes a lot to get me to the point where I'm ranting.
Oh, TC took over my whole show yesterday.
It's not necessarily a bad thing because I would say me and TC, we agree probably 85 to 90% of the time. Only in those couple here and there do we disagree.
Yeah, but like you need the disagreement, you know, like I think it's good that we all challenge each other because otherwise like I know people challenging me is probably I find out about 30% of what I know because I'm like, oh hell no, I'm gonna go look this up, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one, for like we showed Gail's comments. If someone comes in here and talks shit to my face, I'll respect that. I can respect Stu for coming in here and wanting to address things right here. I totally respect that. What I don't respect is what Gail did. Go into Spawn Troopers and say, I think Uncle Frank is fake. And then when I confront her, then she didn't even address me in Georgie's show. She left Georgie's show, went into my comments on YouTube and said, no, I totally believe Uncle Frank is real. That I will never respect. And I will call out.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. Like
And the thing,
intellectual dishonesty is always gross.
and here's the thing, I'm not going to say I don't want Gail to ever come back in my chat. No, but don't ever fucking do that again. I've banned people for playing mommy daddy before.
Yeah.
Yes, we saw what Bubbles said about the 5th.
Yeah.
Bubbles is claiming that the 5th is going to be postponed. A week ago, he was claiming it was never happening.
Yeah, that it was dismissed. That is where he's going to get himself in trouble, is that case right there.
What's the 5th? Sorry, what am I keeping up with?
So with the What the Hales case, there's a couple different.
Gotcha.
And Bubbles is the attorney, and he's the attorney who came on here and went off on me. So he's the attorney, but he also had a attorney friend of his file all these other lawsuits in state court that are like we call it the thumbnail case because he's saying that people on YouTube using his client's image in thumbnails is an unauthorized use of their image, and they owe her money. Well,
Absolutely not. There's no assumed privacy there.
and no one makes money off thumbnails. You know, so
Well, I mean, if those were publicly posted pictures, I mean, assuming they weren't
they work.
dirty pictures, because that could go into the whole. But if they were publicly posted pictures, no, because there's no assumed right of privacy once you posted them online.
And here's the thing, she's a public figure because she ran for public office, and she's getting the paperwork to try to run for public office again. That's how stupid it is.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
like,
man.
that's like saying, oh, I can't use Trump's image in a thumbnail. Of course I can. I
A
saw
lot of people on TikTok would be fucked if that were the case.
T-shirts with Trump's image on it.
I made a T-shirt with Trump's image on it.
Yeah, like public figure, you can do that.
I made a Boats and Hoes t-shirt because I ended up writing in Sweet Meter of Unaliving, but yeah, Boats and Hoes for sure.
Shouldn't have missed this. I thought that's tonight.
Yeah, I thought it was tonight too. I thought it came out
He
yesterday.
made that post yesterday.
And that's, yeah, they were doing this thumbnail case because they were just trying to cause people to have to pay money. Well, one of the people that he cited in the lawsuit is on YouTube, the DUI guy. That's Larry, and he is an attorney, so he's moving for sanctions.
Good.
Yeah, it was clearly a what do you call it? Vexatious lawsuit.
Frivolous.
Yeah, well, and I mean, if they're arguing things that whoever they've already gone to court has told them, like, this is a frivolous, argument, and they're still continuing to do it, you can absolutely seek sanctions, and I love that for them.
And what we just had is there's another YouTube channel that's been against Jeremy Hales and a part of what their lawyer has called the anti what the hell's ecosystem.
And the PR for the client.
Oh, yeah. So this YouTube show said, oh, we're going to be his client's PR. And they've been just trashing Jeremy for at least the last 6 months. And they were called in for a deposition. And her response to Jeremy's attorney was, you didn't serve me properly. You were supposed to serve me this. Also, I think this is just to harass me, so I'm not coming. So on Friday, she did not show up to the deposition. And then from what I understand is because she kept saying that it wasn't a subpoena, and then realized either last night or the night before that they read it on air and realized, oh, this is a subpoena.
You're
Nice.
good. Yeah, that was last night.
So she's going to get a contempt of court, I'm pretty sure. Or at least the magistrate is not going to be happy, I should say.
She was like, this case has nothing to do with me. Honey, you sat on stream for 5 months straight, jogging this man for the woman that's being sued. You're a witness, a federal witness at that.
And you've said that you are her PR.
That part.
Like,
Jesus, I might have to go. I just looked up this what the hell's thing. I might have to go watch all these videos because
if you have got
I
questions,
don't know much about it. So
if you've got questions, come to us. We'll answer. This thing is wild.
It's been going on for what, 3 years now? 4 years?
Oh no, it's been June of
21?
May of 2023 is really when it started. There was stuff before that.
When he made it public.
Yeah, well, that's when it started turning into a back and forth. From February of 2023 is when Lynette and John, that's the defendants, when they started making all these public posts and stuff.
I love other people's drama so fucking much. I'm here for it. As long as it's not my drama and I don't have to be involved, I love reading through all their crazy shit.
Oh, some of these people will try to drag you into it. I may have to be a witness on a couple of the things because in their filings, Bubbles, the attorney, has talked about my phone call to CPS, which I did live on the air.
And
Yeah.
your change.org thing.
Yeah, I did a change.org petition for
Same day.
little Harley Grace. We haven't had to use the racism gong today, even with Slug.
Why does she think she's supposed to get paid to be a witness?
Because that is there's a Florida law thing about if you're making someone come in for a deposition, they are supposed to get a check. However,
She had a Zoom link.
if these were two individuals in Florida, still in federal court, but two people in Florida, they would still have to follow Florida law. The federal court would have to follow the Florida laws, and all the Florida laws would apply. But because Jeremy is a resident of Ohio, so it's two states, the federal court only has to follow federal court rules. So she's very misunderstood. And I know that can be confusing.
Supposed to get paid in Florida. That's crazy, but I get it.
It's not much. It's like $15. It's kind of like jury duty. If you're being called into a deposition, they have to pay you like a minimum.
Yeah.
It's really dumb.
And like I know expert witnesses can get paid and stuff like that because of, their testimony and things, but yeah. Oh, I put my X link if anybody wants to follow. It's by far better than my podcast, probably. I just troll people for a living.
I do love your channel or your Twitter.
I don't give any shits. Oh my God. Fucking. Okay, so the whole Elon Musk does the whatever. I'm gonna tell y'all, it looked bad. But when I first saw it, it was on X and it was a 9-second fucking clip. And I just simply said, hey, is there some context here? I didn't know if that motherfucker was like pointing at something. I had no idea what was going on. When I tell you how many people called me a fucking schnazi and all that shit, I can't even, I was like, this is why people hate the fucking left. I was like, y'all need to calm down. All I said is their fucking context here.
That was a big reason I left Reddit, was because people doing that same thing, like grab your pitchforks and let's go. When they get paid
Like,
for the deposition, no, I think it's just a flat rate.
that's
I think she
interesting.
had to travel though. She didn't have to travel. She had a freaking Zoom link.
And she might not get contempt of court, but she's not gonna, like, she is gonna piss off the judge when this gets to him. He is not gonna be happy. He does not want delays.
Is it a criminal or civil case?
Civil.
Civil.
He's suing
I
for
mean,
defamation and tortious interference. He claimed RICO and a couple other things that got dropped here recently.
that's interesting. I don't know if it would be the same on like failure to appear, but possibly, like you said, contempt or something. Or at least a good, where the fuck were you from the judge?
And here's the other stupid move by her. The plaintiff has a motion on the table. Oh, wait, no, that was dismissed. They had a motion on the table to add her as a defendant, her and several others, to include the lawyer. And the magistrate, he dropped it because of the lawyer and was like, "You're making things too complicated." So, and Jeremy Hales was just like, "Okay, we'll do them in a separate lawsuit."
Yeah, in Texas, you can get a failure to appear whether it's a civil or criminal. So, yeah,
Who's Ben Shapiro's least favorite person? Is that Candace Owens? Or is
probably.
No, Candace isn't a lefty.
No, but they don't like each other. She left his organization.
She says the craziest shit imaginable. I don't give a fuck. She's fucking batshit crazy. Like Ben Shapiro, at least, like, I don't like a lot of his takes, but I can be like, okay, I can see why you arrived at that conclusion. That heifer thinks the earth is fucking flat and that we don't have proof of dinosaurs. Like, what the fuck was she ever doing on there in the first place?
Wait,
Like, Ben
what?
Shapiro, at least he's fucking like somewhat intelligent. Oh, you haven't seen that shit from Candace Owens? Oh, girl, look for
I
it.
haven't
It's
heard
fucking
about the
great.
dinosaur thing. No.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I will. I. What's your ex? I will follow
I
you on
just
X and
followed
fucking
you on
send that
X.
shit to you. I got you,
I
boo.
get so frustrated with the religious right. Like, I used to be way more conservative, but that I'll tell you, that's what really tuned me out was the religious right and a lot of the shit that they were doing. And I was just like, this is a horrible strategy. Like, just from a strategic point, and like people would just come after me.
Yeah, people suck.
Um, Now, I do have a buddy of mine who used to work for Steven Crowder, and he lives here. He's got an invite to come on the show, and we will do something. But he is very cautious. He's like, I don't want to talk about Crowder because I had to sign all these NDAs. And when he first told me about that, I was like, what? And then when Dave Landau started
Here's
talking
yours.
about his time on Louder with Crowder, that divorce really effed him up and he lost his mind.
I posted my TikTok in the chat too, Cass. We can be TikTok
Let me
buddies.
screenshot it and I'm gonna go follow you.
Yeah,
I've
very
been
good.
trying to get Mike on TikTok. He won't cave.
Because I've got too much social media.
I'm telling you, TikTok is a lot of fun, but you can't really download it now because it ain't in the App Store. But yeah.
Oh, we were showing yesterday. Uh, People are selling phones that have TikTok installed. Like you can buy someone's phone for like 12
$5
grand.
But
million.
I will tell
Someone
you, I did absolutely not. I will tell you, I found out something interesting from a friend of mine though. She had TikTok downloaded, but she deleted the app when TikTok went down. And so she's been basically using her computer. She changed her app store to Canada and said she could re-download once it was changed to Canada. And I was like, that makes sense. And I need updates. So I gotta wait till the 15th when one of my subscriptions expires. Because apparently if you're subscribed to Apple One or the Apple News app, you can't change your location until the subscription is gone. But yeah. I'm gonna try it because it's already shitting out. Like TikTok has been having a lot of glitches.
I see. I thought I might do it on the computer mainly just to stream there. I don't see myself as a daily user.
It's
You gotta
addictive
have 10,000 to go on computer.
to go live on the computer. Yeah, you have to have
Yeah.
10K.
Well, I'll go live on yours, Georgie.
I had mine connected there for a while, but I couldn't tell if it was actually streaming or not.
Hmm?
I don't know. Like people's contention that TikTok wasn't safe. Here's a hot tip. TikTok isn't getting anything from you that fucking Facebook, Instagram, and every other goddamn app gets. And let me tell you something. The CCP doesn't give a fuck about what contacts are in my phone any more than I fucking do.
That
Like
part.
if you're not smart enough to discern information that you're getting online, you're already a dumb fuck and I'm gonna let Darwin do its fucking work. Like Darwinism all the way.
I guarantee you Zuckerberg is pulling a lot more of your information from Facebook and IG than TikTok's pulling.
Mhm. Like the Facebook hearings were wild. Like there were even allegations that there was some of that information going to like Russia, which is also an enemy state. So it's like you
Mhm.
can't simultaneously not hold the same people to account. It was one of the Supreme Court rulings that I was like, You people are too old and you don't fucking understand technology. I aired the whole TikTok hearings and you could tell they didn't understand the concepts of an algorithm, how that works. And I was like, this is why we need younger people on the fucking Supreme Court.
Bro, the fact that they silenced TikTok the night before inauguration, they did it for a reason.
Political theater, yep.
That too, Orphan. The
That too,
government
yeah,
wants the money off the
absolutely.
app, and they're not getting it. But Trump also makes a good point. Without the US having anything of it, it's not making the US any money. Right now, it's a useless app to us as Americans, other than us getting our point across.
Well, I will say though, like a lot of businesses, like for people who live here in America, have done like super well on TikTok. So they do get their cut from that. Like businesses, owe taxes at the end of the year. Like that was my biggest point of contention. Not only that I found it to be like an inherent First Amendment violation, not necessarily for ByteDance, because I don't know that another country could assert First Amendment rights. But for users, I think they absolutely had a case that they were being censored and that the businesses that were losing revenue.
Relevant.
Yes, 100%.
Oh, women in the chat, let me tell you what I do. I get a rando dick pic from online, okay? And whenever they send me their dick pics, I send them back a pic of that dick and I go, you make me hard to. Works every fucking time. If they ask you for pictures of your tits, send them a picture of 2 chicken breasts and be like, these are really nice breasts. Usually all communication ceases after that.
I had to NJP a Marine one time who he liked a Marine, had never talked to her, but got another Marine to give him her number. And the first thing he did was send her a dick pic. And so I had to do non-judicial punishment. And I've told this story before. I had the first sergeant there who normally is like that's the bulldog. He's going to keep everyone in line. And I'm sitting there and I'm doing the NJP and I'm asking them questions and I'm finding out what all happened and everything. And finally I'm like, you do realize this doesn't work. This doesn't work at all. If sending a dick pic worked, do you think I'd be talking to you, or do you think I'd be in the bathroom trying to get the lighting right? And the first sergeant was shaking, trying not to laugh.
Well, I just want to know, like, what happened to basic things like, hey, hello, how are you? My name is whatever your name is. Like, I don't know who thought up, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send a picture of my genitals and see if this works. I think it's maybe because men think, like, oh, if I got a picture of some girl's tits, I would totally hit her up. It doesn't work the same way on our
They think
side.
if I send you one, you'll send me one. That's the mentality.
That's never going to happen.
I do want to shout out.
I want to know. Oh, I'm sorry. I was like, I want to know if anybody's ever sent their tits back to that.
Yeah, who's ever been like, oh yeah, that's what I want. I do want to say hello to Forever Huff's Living. They're in the chat. They have a show on Rumble. I stumbled across them earlier this week. I watched a couple of their videos, and yesterday I was in there live. Um, he's a veteran himself. He was a pilot. I had a great time in their chat. Definitely go on to Rumble. Here, I'll put the link to their Rumble. I have it here somewhere. And definitely go on and subscribe to their channel. There we go. Yeah, Forever Huff's Living. And yeah, just go subscribe. Check out a couple of their videos. I really enjoyed it. Oh no, that's the name of the stream studio.
Oh,
Yeah, that's not what's going out to the people. I did screw up the date on one of them though. I do know.
All I know is I looked up and I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't match with what everybody's seeing.
You know what's funny? Because I mentioned Spawn Trooper, my people unsubbed. I don't care. I don't care. Unsub. If you're gonna be okay with him threatening me, unsub. I don't want you here. If you're gonna be okay with someone else threatening me, I'll get the subs back because
Oh, I lost people too.
yeah, I've grown consistently. But I just looked 4 people unsub during this stream. Don't care. Quality over quantity.
There's a new post about you.
Oh,
They're just promoting this channel.
Vet Nation has his rose-colored glasses on again, but in time, little Miss Georgie will be booted as well.
Oh, that's him.
Her behavior is identical to Flea 1. Control freak, lack of vocabulary, hence filthy mouth. Okay.
That's him. That's Spawn Trooper. Here's my rose-colored glasses.
oh,
No.
does he believe that women shouldn't be able to say what the fuck they want because
Hold
he
on.
can fuck off with that fucking shit?
Hold on. Control freak, lack of vocabulary, hence the filthy mouth. Screaming, trying to control chat, talking down to chat, and her constant big bad girl threats. Obnoxious, narcissistic traits. She reads legal documents barely and no worthy input or commentary because lack of the subject matter. As a matter of fact, she is much like Spawn Trooper. Georgie, please don't play the Southern Belle. You are the farthest thing from it. From the deep South, I will say to you, darling, you can show your Southern sass without showing your Southern ass. Ta-ta for now.
The only time you've yelled is when people have been breaking the rules.
I
Or straight up.
yelled at Slug because he was talking over Cass.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And me and Slug are like that together all the time.
I think
We
he-
act like siblings.
Well, like I'll tell you this, there was this really interesting, well, there's been quite a few studies on it. Apparently, people who curse are more intelligent than people that don't. So, there's
I
fucking that.
actually curse a lot when I'm not on stream. I make a very conscious effort to not when I'm on stream.
I
I
don't cuss like this
apologize. I
on my
will
own
not
stream.
curse.
I don't cuss like this on my own stream when I'm with Coop. But when me and Mike are together, I know we can be no filter
Mhm.
and just be ourselves.
And
I try to
Valor.
cuss less. I'm terrible.
my rose-colored glasses. Oh, I love you, Jet Thunder.
That has. I don't know. They claim they're from the South, so I don't think they know what a redneck is because I've never claimed to be a Southern belle. By no means am I a Southern belle. I'm a redneck, and I will fuck somebody up when they play with me.
Amen.
I really do love some of the things that people try to say about me. I find it very entertaining. And I love when it's something where I'm like I'll screenshot it and send it to my family and be like, "Hey, you guys! Like I remember somewhere it said I was kissing someone's ass, and I sent it to my family, and they're like, "You? Out of everyone in our family, you?"
I love it when people get mad at me online. I'm like, your hate fuels me. Keep doing it.
That part. Haters make us famous. Hey, chat, have I ever controlled y'all? Have I ever told y'all what to think or what to say in my chats? I don't think I have. You know, jealousy is a really horrible fucking disease.
I-
And at this point, you're just a fan. That part, Erica. That part.
I find a lot of it hilarious. And that's why it was so easy for me to ignore for a month of the discussion about me, even though he wasn't using my name. Only in those 4 streams was I brought up. from what I could tell. I didn't listen every day, but a lot of people, well, I shouldn't say a lot of people, a couple people would clip stuff and send it to me. And a lot of the stuff that was being said, I just laughed about.
I can't spell.
Well, what else can you do? I mean, like, people who are terrible are just gonna talk their crap, and if nobody takes them seriously, and they probably don't, it really doesn't matter what they're saying.
I'm going to expose you, Georgie. Hey, chat. Georgie says that I'm blinded by her beauty. So now
That's
you,
what the anonymous poster is claiming. Whatever.
that and we're having an affair. But if you would like to have relations with me, all you have to do is contact me at 225-395-1838. And again, that's 951 vet.
Read what Tim said.
You have no self-control. How can you control chat?
No,
She just gives
Lori.
you,
I-
just giving you menacing looks and telling you to calm down.
Lori said, yes, she told us to believe Mike likes gingers. No. That came out of Mike's mouth.
Yeah. Well, actually, what I did say was I like gingers. I'll go after gingers before Asian. It's not my kink.
To each their own.
Good to know.
There's a lot of Marines who fetishized Asian women. A lot.
Aw, Dennis, thank you.
In fact, I think a lot of Marines became Marines and didn't go to the Army or Navy because they knew they would have a better chance of being put in Okie.
Hey, wait, doesn't your stream title say anything goes, no filter?
Anything goes.
So what is wrong with me having fun and being myself?
Some people just try to judge, try to attack.
Oh, your butt hurt.
Their elevators stuck between floors. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
And they constantly keep posting about me while I can't defend myself. Because I'm in Facebook jail for defending myself.
I'm telling you, I would bust out those DMs and solve all their problems. Like, I would not care. I'd be like, y'all just want to keep talking trash. Let's see what really happened.
Oh, honey, I got some. Oh, girl. The things that man said to me.
Do like a 15-part video series if you have to. Just post them all. Be like, you want to talk? Let's talk.
Do it members only. You know what? Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll go through all the DMs, but do it on members only. So then they have to pay to watch it.
No, because then I gotta pay to watch it too. Let everybody see it. Eric, get it all out in the open.
Girl, I'll send it to you in private. Shit.
Nice. All right.
You get first dibs. How about that?
Sweet.
Oh, the stuff me and Georgie DM on Facebook to each other every day is hilarious. Most of it is just reels.
And see, I just like have a I just have a Facebook account to troll people.
That's why I had started a Facebook years ago and I had stuff on family on it, but now it's private. And that's why like DJ Redis used to get mad at me when we were mods. He's like, they're going to take your account down. I'm like, I don't care. If they take my account down, good. There's stuff on there I really don't want public anymore. So I have people who report me, report away. If they take my account, guess what? You're doing my job for me. I did start one for the foundation though.
See, like
that I just sent you seems perfect for the situation.
See, like for me, like I took my Facebook accounts down because I got doxxed off of TikTok. This happened like a long time ago.
Hmm.
But then like I was kind of like wanting to troll this one group of people. And so I was like, I made myself another TikTok account and or not TikTok, sorry, Facebook and just did that. But my original one like had all my information on it. So yeah.
I yeah, like I keep my and I've been doxxed several times, and it doesn't like first time it happened. I had an anxiety attack. I freaked out a little bit. Now I'm just like, oh, okay, what are you gonna do? Like I literally hold on. I'll show you. I'll show you out my window because I can do it now. Look at all that desert. So if someone wants to come out here and find me, I'll see you coming.
Well, like I'm in Texas. It's FAFO if you show up at my house. Like I'm well armed. I don't care. But my only issue with being doxxed was that I do have two children and it's a them thing, not a me thing. You show up at me, like I don't care. But
They
them
were
I'll schmurder over.
they were posting pictures of my kid, and it didn't bother me. And I was just like, oh, you don't even know if my ex sees this, you don't have to worry about me. You need to worry about her because she is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, you're not getting to me. You're getting to the wrong person.
Yep.
Oh, I still get put in Facebook jail because I do meme groups, and yeah, in a lot of those groups I get stuff. I post stuff and people don't like it. So the groups I try to go to are the ones where they're like, if you're caught reporting, you get tossed. In fact, I've got one called Memes to Clear Your Friends List, and it is hilarious.
Nice.
And that's, hey, I know a lot of you guys want to get my opinion on stuff and you want to like chat with me and send me stuff. The way to get my attention, send me memes. Funny, sexy memes, doesn't matter. Send me memes. You're going to the front of the aisle, front of the line.
Oh, I
Just
was
me or
just
skip.
informed by my hubby, the one that I played with on TikTok recently before I started YouTube, just got out of prison. The charges I pressed on him put him in jail.
Oh,
Oh my.
So when I say I have played with bigger and badder, I meant it. Squiddles.
yeah, I've had I had a stolen valor group who they didn't like my opinions and they started attacking me. And their mistake was like I had stuff posted, like pictures of me in uniform, pictures of me in Afghanistan, and they were still saying that like I lied. I was not an Afghanistan vet. I wasn't a combat vet because I didn't have a combat action ribbon. Like just throwing all this stuff out there. And I got their website taken down, and no other place would host it. So
Oh, I love that for them.
yeah, it's a couple months ago. I had an investigative journalist investigating me, and I was like, "Oh, here, I'll send you everything. Here you go. Happy hunting."
An investigative journalist that like writes for Craigslist or an investigative journalist that's actually an investigative journalist.
He was actually an investigative journalist. Had been previously posted or published by Salon and oh, what was the other one? It was another. It was a left wing political site because he also was former. He had worked in the. Uh, no, he was a congressional aide, is what it was, and he didn't like one of my political opinions, and I told him to go, pound sand, and so he immediately was like, "Oh, you're a nonprofit. You're not supposed to be doing political stuff," and I'm like, "Read the law, jackass." Like there are things I can legally do politically, even as a nonprofit.
Bye, Miss Belinda. Have a beautiful, blessed day. I'm stuck in my sweatshirt and I can't get out.
We just saw that Rosalind's going to be doing that. So Rosalind Duke is going to be going live. Squid's going to be there. They're going to be talking shit about Bubbles. That'll be fun. I'll probably be ending. So,
You can redirect.
that out. We can raid. Let me go look. I don't know if I've been approved to do that for Rosalind's. I'll look.
It let me send to her the other day.
Oh, I think I just did this in the wrong. Yeah, I went in the wrong spot.
Right, Valor? Bite me, Dennis. He said stuck in a sweatshirt. Sounds like a personal problem.
I'm going to the hockey game later on today. I can show everyone the hockey jersey I'll be wearing. I'm looking for redirect. Am I in the wrong? Sorry, guys. Just bear with me. There it is. Add. There we go. Now we're going to redirect to her. So we'll be able to raid her. Anything else you guys want to discuss while we're still doing this? I've talked about all the things I really wanted to.
I'm okay. I gotta go probably take care of these kids for a little while.
You're really laid back for a Texan.
What is... Wait, hold on. Explain.
Like
Laid back for a Texan?
most Texans that I come in contact with are like more in your face. But you're like, oh, whatever.
Oh yeah, I've always been like this. I know I can understand what you're saying though. That makes sense.
But I think a lot of that could be because we're in California here. Like, I get it. You know, as an Ohio boy here in California, there's a lot of craziness. And the Texans are always like, that would never happen in Texas. And I get it.
Well, I mean, and the same could be said like conversely with a lot of the fuck shit that happens here in Texas. People are like, that shit would never happen in California. Like it's just two opposing like Democrat and Republican trifectas, like, and both have their issues. Just it depends on what side of the political fence whether you agree with them or not.
My buddy, he's as Republican as they come, but he lives in Austin. And he keeps, like, one day he'll call me and be like, oh, these people, you know, they suck, da 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 da, they're ruining this city, and da da da. And then the next day he'll be like, you need to come visit.
That's a wild swing.
Right? I'm like, dude. Like he keeps saying he wants to come out here to California, and I'm like, look, there are places we can go that are fun. He keeps mentioning like, oh, I want to go to Huntington Beach, and I'm like, why? Do you just want to go to the beach? Because I can take you to some nice beaches. He's like, no, I want to go to Huntington Beach. I'm like, yeah, you'll hate it. You will hate it. And he's like, why would I hate it? And I'm like, you hate the people in Austin. It's the same type of people.
Yeah.
I got my friends from the UK. They're like, do you go to LA often? I'm like, no, I avoid LA. And they're like, oh, it seems like it would be so awesome. I'm like, no, it's traffic and assholes.
I was about to say, it seems like it would be a lot of traffic. People, I don't know, but traffic for sure.
It depends on the day and time with traffic. during the weekend, there's always traffic. You just kind of plan for it, unless if you're going like super early. Um, but like once you get into the city, you can get around pretty easily. I used to do my drill in the city, and yeah, you can still get around. It just the people is what makes it. You're like, oh, these people.
I think like the only place in California I've ever been like, oh my God, I want to go here, is to San Francisco, but just to see the monuments and like the trees and that's the only reason I want to go.
I've done that. Alcatraz was nice. Um, I really enjoyed that. Golden Gate Park, it was okay. The Golden Gate Bridge was okay. Um, I really liked Fisherman's Wharf. But yeah, like I would not take a I would not get a rental car. There's just that much crime, and they will break into it.
Oh yeah, I would probably just Uber everywhere.
Yeah, Wise Angel, LA was a lot like London for me. A lot. Like I've been to London. I enjoyed the Tower of London. Um, but the rest of London, I was like,
I could see you being there like I don't know if you've ever watched Parks and Recreation, but Ron Swanson, they like go to England and he's taking pictures and he's like, "Oh, a clock. We don't have that in America."
yeah, yeah.
I could see that.
And don't get me wrong, I love the history stuff. Like I went to Warwick Castle. I loved that. Loved it. Um, I do like history stuff, but yeah, a lot of London. I just thought it was very overpriced. Um, I loved Buckingham Palace. I loved the Tower of London. Those I really enjoyed. Some of the other stuff, I was just like, I, I I can give or take it.
Speaking of tiny humans,
They're awake.
they're wound up.
That's one thing. Okay, I would love to find like other people. We've talked about doing the veterans cruise, um, because they offer a free cruise for veterans. And if I had a good group of veterans, I would love to do that. I would also love to do a cruise of other people with kids, like my kids' age, um, because there's plenty for them to do.
Sorry, one of my kids is having Roblox issues, so they were like,
It's okay.
"Mom."
We can actually start wrapping things up because she should be live now. Let me check. Yep, they're live now, so we can end this and raid Rosalind's podcast.
Well,
So
all right.
go ahead and plug your guys' stuff, so people can find you.
I got it. There's Cass's Twitter.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. If you want to follow me on Twitter, is lovingly probably better than my podcast. I troll people professionally on Twitter because I don't give a fuck. You can also follow my podcast channel, which is Politititties. And thank you for having me. I really appreciate you.
Anytime. I'm trying to add you as a
Thank
mod
you.
right now. You're not coming up. Can you do me a favor? Can you put a message
Sure.
in the chat, and I'll give you
It's
moderation.
it's not like I can't do it from Restream, right? Do I have to
You'll have
go in
to
on
you'll
Twitter?
have to open a YouTube tab up, and
Oh,
Oh, I got
yeah.
you. Hold
That's
on.
that's
okay.
what
You
I've
can
been
do it
doing is
from there.
bouncing between tabs.
Give me one sec.
Hold on, I'm gonna send you something real quick.
Bless it.
It's like,
Oh, I wonder if that's who made that post because it said that they compared me to Spawn Trooper.
I'll just say this: play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
There she is. Now you can
It's
grab her, make
me.
her
There
mine.
we go. Yeah, I'll give you. I'm in the wrong thing. I gotta go over here. And I'll make you a mod.
Sweet. I'm the worst mod on earth, by the way. I almost never will mute, bounce, or block anybody. I figure it just feeds the algorithm, but yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
this way, whenever you're in here, you can just come on in, and if you want to plug your stuff in the chat, you don't have to ask. You can put the links in there.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Georgie, you want to plug anything?
I would, but everybody in here is everybody I know.
Oh, I was gonna say plug anything but me. I'm not into that pegging crap.
Uh-huh. I know. Why you lying?
Oh, sure.
I am no, I am not into that.
He doesn't like it done to him, but he wants to do it to someone else.
Hey.
You know, one thing that I would love to have, um, they did a movie years ago called Orgasmo, and it was the guys who did South Park, but they had like a bike helmet with a dildo stuck on the top that was floppy. And I'm like, that
Oh
would
my
be
God.
hilarious to have. Oh, that's as close as I would ever get to that.
Well, if you get down there and then you wear it, you could kind of 2-for-1 it while you're down there, so it works out great.
I'd probably hurt my neck.
Yeah, probably.
Well,
I said, y'all don't know me. Who's calling me?
we get a little weird in here every once in a while,
It
especially
does.
when Georgie comes on stream.
Don't you
I
blame
had
me
a
for your chaos.
I
I
had a
just
whole
went in.
live talking about Sharpie butt plugs, so yeah, I get it.
I'm gonna Google that later.
Oh, I bet you
Telling you.
they're mistaking me and Cass for each other because her and I kept talking over each other the whole time.
They
Sorry.
could be.
I don't care. They mistake me and Squid for the same person all the time, so
Oh no.
And let me know when you're gonna go, if you're ever gonna go live on anything, and I'll push it out to everyone.
oh for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah. Especially if a channel's smaller than me, I have no problem like pushing, and I'll push bigger people's things. Uh, you know,
No, Slug makes it
Yeah.
weird. This is okay.
yeah. I still don't know what he's talking about with the space Latinas. I just go with it. I'm like, okay.
Well, now apparently you're gonna go from a sailor to a space cadet.
I do now. Whenever I find any like reels about Latinas, though, I now send them straight to Slug.
Oh, that gives me ideas. Things I
Did you
could
see
send that boy.
in his cooking stream yesterday? He picked his dog up and was holding the dog over the food.
Yes, and Megan kept yelling at him, "Stop it! Put Porky
Oh
down!"
my God. That's
So what?
gross.
I sent him a thing where someone because where they took the flour, put their hand in the flour, and then on their dog they did the mark, and I was like, the next cooking stream.
minute.
That's
So
awesome.
weird and funny. All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. Everybody, check out Cass. She's got the Polititties podcast. Check out Jordy's show if you don't already. Also, in the chat, we've got the Huffs. They're on Rumble. Where's their comment? So I can, Forever Huffs Living on Rumble. Check them out. Actually, here, I'll put a link. They have just a great little show that they do. And I really do appreciate him. And turns out he's a vet. So I definitely am glad to help promote him, even if I do weird stuff here. But thank you all for joining us. And as always, thank you for being worth serving.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.